Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, here to showcase how cap breakers have evolved my 6'8 pure slasher demigod build in NBA 2K25. So, in today's video, we're here to showcase not only how I used the cap breakers on my original 6'8 pure slasher build and how it amplified the dunk rating and all types of stuff like that, but I'm here to also showcase how me, as a little bit of a sellout, ended up recreating the build to retool the attributes a little bit in terms of being even more defensive and stuff like that. So I've pretty much spliced the build into two, where one is a retooled defensive demigod that has the exact same ratings everywhere, but just went -5 dunk pretty much, and just ended up where I cap breaked 5 dunk points. So I ended up with the exact same ratings, but way more defense. And then also the original build that I showcased that you guys may have even recreated yourself as well, and how that one has been retooled to be able to have more dunk, more contact dunk packages, and a higher posterizer and aerial wizard and all types of stuff like that. So let's get straight into what we're here to display. As you can see, we have the original two-way rim attacker created on September 3rd. You know, obviously it's 2 weeks later, and here we are with the exact same build. However, I did, like I said, when I hit starter 3, recreate the build in terms of allowing it to be reutilized in terms of the cap breakers and all types of the ratings that we could apply to it. So let's go ahead and load up the two-way rim attacker first and show you how we have that build kind of redisplayed with the additional ratings and stuff like that we put on it. So as you can see with this build, I ended up going for 97 dunk to get legend aerial wizard, as well as at 96 dunk you get the Hall of Fame posterizer, which you could then at that point use the max +1 on to get to legend posterizer. So you'd be pretty much a dunking machine coming out here with legend aerial and legend posterizer. And for those of you out there who haven't watched the video yet, alley-oops are a legitimate thing, man, and you combine those two badges together, that is a really lethal combo in my opinion. Now you look at the build defensively, it's still plenty good, and let me tell you guys, after having played on the build, 78 block was getting the job done really good, as well as 85 steal is still very good in the lanes for that matter. So this is still a very respectable way to have the build. I will be 100% still continuing to use it, and probably a lot more for like 2s, for instance, where I want to be more offensive, or even in cases where it's maybe just 3v3 park stuff like that, where I have no problem just being a lob machine and just allowing myself to, you know, have a lot more fun in that regard. But what I now want to showcase to you guys is how I recreated the build in terms of maybe being a little bit more defensive and more role player oriented, if you will. So here we are in the versatile stopper, the brand new build, and I gotta say it is very problematic out here, man. I cannot like stress enough how nasty this build is. So like I said, I recreated this one with 3 less dunk and then 2 less steal. And then what I was able to do, and technically what I mean by, you know, 3 less dunk and 2 less steal, is I was planning them out to be cap breaked essentially to the point where then it's 94 for the Hall of Fame interceptor, and then also still get back to 93 dunk for the gold posterizer and stuff like that, get 92 for the contact lobs, the elite contact lobs, and then just in general, obviously the dunk rating back to where I started on the original build. So the only thing that really went down was, for instance, like I think 3 close shot, which yes, I did lose out on the quick, you know, the whatever the heck it's called, paint prodigy or something like that. I still haven't really come along to, you know, the revamping of the badge names and stuff like that. But also we did drop 4 vertical. So besides that, it's pretty much the exact same build. I lost like maybe 2 free throw, and that's about it, realistically. I mean, that's all the losses are. Now, as far as what we got out of that, it's going from 85 steal to 94. So that's all the way up from gold, you know, the gold interceptor threshold to the Hall of Fame interceptor threshold, which also comes along with gold glove as well. So I'm buffing the steal badges by 1, and also buffing the block badges by 1. So I'm getting high flying denier from silver to gold, and then also paint patroller from bronze to silver. So it's pretty much just a buff defensively, and I'd like to think that this is a really fun way that I've retooled the build. And obviously, you know, I'm not here to vouch for you guys doing the exact same thing by any means, because this is obviously a lot of money spent to just recreate a build in a like a very small, minor, different way. However, obviously, when you look at it from that perspective, this is a lot more of a comp version of the build. Now, for those of you out there who are looking at, you know, something like this, and you think maybe this is a more fun way for you to think to play like, because also I must say the dunk meter is not as spammable and super overpowered as you would think it is. I gotta say though, for the big, like kind of heavy 6'8s out there and stuff like that, or just in general being taller, it does feel like it is pretty powerful. I know a lot of guards out there are having a lot of beef with it and aren't really having a lot of fun on the game because of the dunk meter being so tough to use for the smaller guards. And I've seen a lot of small guards still use it out there really good. Like LaMonster, man, he has been killing it on that dunk meter. I've literally already played him 3 times this year, bro, on the Pro-Am. And I gotta say, he's very good with the dunk meter, for sure. But that all this stuff being said, and I know I'm yapping a little bit, I just want to explain to you guys that if you wanted to be on a little bit more of a role player type build, that could be a very good defensive build, and I'm talking can come out here and really play some power forward, like guard the other team's center. This is a good example right here. I know it is still lacking a little bit interior defense. I know Toots and dudes like that have made plenty of videos talking about the detailing of interior D versus block, stuff like that. But let me tell you, combining these 2 ratings together, where you do have a good block rating, as well as the speed and the strength and the vertical, and then still 70 interior defense, I think it's plenty fine. Obviously, I don't have post-move lockdown or anything like that. If you wanted a little bit more, you could obviously go for that too. But I just wanted to show you guys this because I will be using this build in the comp settings for sure. Because realistically, in comp settings, I'm not going to need 97 driving dunk, you know. It's more likely that I will need to compete in the lanes and stuff like that, or the chase down blocks, or just in general to be able to guard ISO really well, with both those ratings being buffed up as well. So, long story short, this is what we decided on, you know, +3 dunk, +2 steal, and literally recreated the build with different attributes, because obviously, as you can see, I recreated it with 90 dunk and 92 steal instead, and then planned for the cap breakers. Also, while we're out here, you guys may be wondering, Laker, what are you running for your max +1s and stuff like that? Because I know a lot of you guys out there, as I actually tweeted and asked, there are a couple of you guys out here running my build legitimately. So this is generally what I've been using for these 6'8 pure insides, whether it's the versatile stopper or the 2-way rim attacker. We have rebound chaser and brick wall. Now, when I've been running 2s, I've switched brick wall over to dimer, because I obviously, as you guys maybe have seen from the gameplays as well, been playing with Tanner, where I've wanted to be a little bit more of a good like distributor, and when playing with a stretch big with me at the 1 and the stretch at the 2, I've wanted to definitely, you know, key in on the dimer aspect rather than brick wall. However, when I'm playing Pro-Am with, let's say, shots and like Bonnie, Apollo, stuff like that, I've wanted to run brick wall as my tier 2, and that's what's really convenient about these 6'8s as well, is the fact that you do get brick wall as a tier 2, while also being able to still run something like rebound chaser. Now, what you could do, if you would like, is you could also run something like posterizer in tier 1, and then run aerial wizard in tier 2. So if you wanted to be all out on the dunking, the exact same way I just told you with the other build, you could do exactly this. Or if you haven't got the cap breakers yet on the build, again, you could do exactly this. Now, the thing is, if you already got the cap breakers on the other one that I just showcased, then you'd probably be running something more along the lines of this, because you already have Legend Aerial Wizard, and then you'd be able to cap break your Hall of Fame posterizer to Legend, and you'd have like Legend Aerial, Legend Poster, along with Gold Brick Wall. That's a very nasty lob threat, fellas. That is just disgusting out there. But anyway, this is, like I said, what I've been running for the most part as far as comp settings go, and I gotta say, I've been very pleased as far as that Hall of Fame rebound chaser. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty much it for the build. I just wanted to showcase to you guys these slight different changes that I made and keep you updated on the channel, because you will be seeing this build a little bit more moving forward. So I just wanted to have this here for anybody who searches it up after seeing it in future videos, you know, and stuff like that. So just to keep you guys in the loop a little bit more, you know. But last little update, because I know this feels a little bit more like on some old school attribute update stuff, you know, where I used to just like kind of showcase the changes that I've made with builds, or, you know, what's the case with animations and stuff like that. I want to show you guys that with the body shapes, I really do believe in the fact that the bigger body you are, the more dunkable you are as well. Because, man, when I got Burley on my other build, and I will get Burley eventually on this one as well, but when I got Burley on the 2-way rim attacker, man, it just feels like Zion coming through, like just a freaking truck coming through, and just is like really hard to stop with the meter dunks. I don't know what's up with that. It just feels like you're a little bit less kickable out of the dunks. But yeah, that's just my take on things. And then as far as the SIGs go, I've changed to Kawhi Leonard's SIG size up. It seems like it combos a lot faster. You can get out of it quicker as well. I've noticed that the hop jumper normal, though I can't really choose a whole lot because I don't have any shooting ratings, that it actually has a decent bit of like movement out of it. This is what I've been running for the motion style. We got Jalen Suggs. I felt very confident about that. Also, gotta shout out J. Cole free throw, my favorite artist that also just happens to be a really money free throw. Let me pull this up for you guys real quick, because again, I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but I do want to just like showcase to you guys stuff like this. I'm shooting 71% from free throw with a 55 free throw rating, and I was actually at 80% at one point in time, for that matter. That's better than some of my teammates that are even out here as well, who have been running like 80 for that matter. So I just gotta say, the J. Cole free throw, I'm loving it. The release queue on that feels really good. I've felt very, very good about it. I've been greening on that as well. It's been really nice. Zion layup style as well as the Zion dribble style. I've kind of come along more to like accepting the Zion dribble style. You could still run the Jalen Green as well. This was definitely solid, but it has a little bit too much horizontal movement for my liking. It wasn't exactly what I was really trying to get at. The Jason Tatum aggressive combo right here, it has a lot of like combo to it, a lot of really interesting like, you know, cues to be able to speed boost out of. So I've been really a fan of that. Escape moves Jimmy Butler, and then the Hezi KD as well. So like, a lot of this stuff is not really so much useful for a slasher. You want to probably more utilize the things like the pro behind the back and the pro crossover, but these are definitely solid moves that you can still move to your offhand with that Zion dribble style out of. And then I know a lot of people have been running, let's say, like the Zach LaVine step back or the Halliburton step back, because both of these have really good cues as far as like Halliburton's good for speed boosting out of, and then LaVine is good for like just pulling really far back. But on a slasher build, you probably just are looking for something that's a little bit quicker to get into like actually speed boosting, because I'm not gonna lie, it's not exactly useful to be doing crazy long step backs or anything like that when you can't shoot the ball. I obviously am a big fan of the LeBron triple threat in the past, but honestly it doesn't feel like it really makes that big a difference. I've seen my homies like Tanner have a crazy speed boost out of that Michael Jordan palm ball animation where you flick down on the stick and just like sprint, but I haven't figured out how to master it yet. I just want to try and like run that, so that's kind of an update as far as where I'm at with the triple threat. Besides that though, like I said, not a whole lot more to update you guys on as far as the animations go. One thing that I do get for being on that 96 driving dunk as far as the cap break, as you can see, is the elite 2-foot contact dunks. So this is something that I still have yet to test, because I will still need to use my like two-way rim attacker build a little bit more, because I have been on the versatile stopper a whole lot more as we've been playing fives and stuff like that, because like I said, the utilization of like the defensive ratings has been really nice to like actually be able to try and come out here with. But man, some of these look really nasty, and I gotta assume that it will be like useful to have these. And then especially just considering buffing your finishing badges by 1 level between the poster and the aerial wizard, and then to add these as well, really fire. And let me just stress to you guys one more time, contact alley-oops are so good in this game. I might even make another video talking about alley-oops, because honestly people are still sleeping on them for that matter. Also, in case you guys didn't know, I'm pairing with NBA 2K Labs again this year. So you can use my code Laker at checkout for 20% off of any subscription link that you decide to go for. Obviously, what you're going to find on here is going to be really useful information that we're showing all across the whole screen right now, but mainly to be talked about is obviously the jump shot data. So the guys are cool enough to let me show you the information from the 2K24 premium jumper data. If you want the access to the 25 year, you'd obviously have to subscribe to their premium and, you know, using my code as well if you would like. But as you can see, like we have them sorted by speed right here. You can sort by every one of these different individual categories right here between the fastest millisecond jump shots. You can sort that by your individual height between the guards, wings, and bigs. You can sort by speed, green window, the early, middle, and late end of the green window as well, and then the total accumulation of all of that. And I mean, that's how I came to the conclusion that Terrence Mann was a really good base last year, combining all that information. Crazy stuff. So again, to be able to find something like this in 25, you would be able to just sign up for the premium. So what you're going to do when you're ready to sign up, you would just come over here and click register with whatever length of subscription you'd like to go for. After you hit register, it'll ask you to put in a promo code. You just put in Laker when you hit apply coupon right here, and boom, you're looking good. With code Laker, you're going to get 20% off your subscription. If you guys would like to help me out, I get a percentage based off your initial purchase only. So a recurring bill, like if you get a 1-month subscription, I only get the 1 month that you sign up for initially, and then anything past that I don't. So if you do plan to go for like a 3 or a 6 or even a year-long subscription, feel free to just, you know, do that if you want to support me. But I understand not everybody wants to go for that, so it's all good if you don't. Anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. Let's get back to the video. But anyway, that's all for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new to noties, all that good stuff. Like always, try this 1 to 2,000 likes. And if you made it to the end of the video, put either two-way rim, you know, for the two-way rim attacker, or you could put versatile for the versatile stopper. I like both the builds a lot. I'll be using them throughout the whole year. I just wanted to have like a remade version, kind of like I said, a little spliced version where I have like 2 of the exact same type of build, and you guys will know which one is which when you see the title, obviously. So what's cool enough too, before I get off this video, is it actually allowed me the chance to change my build name to the two-way rim attacker again when I put the cap breakers on it. I wanted to keep it different so that you guys could understand the difference between the 2 builds and which one I was on between each game. So, and not for that matter too, Versatile Stopper is a cool title. I like that as well. So anyway, I've been running strictly that build on 2s with my boy Tanner as well, and you can see I'm ranked number 26 in the world on the 2v2. Man, this platinum banner on the right looks so cool too, bro. Just the animated part of it, the fact that it's just so rare. Like, you could look around at anybody else in the park and, you know, not many other people even have like just a ranked banner on them at all. But anyway, like I said, this has been a really cool build for it, and I've been using it strictly for 2s as well. And man, ranked number 35 now. Like I said, it was 27 or something like that, but obviously, you know, changed a little bit here and there. But 88 out of 97 games. That's hovering above a 90 win percentage on 2s with the pure slasher. If you guys want to see how I've been running with the build on 2s, 3s, anything like that, we have a ton of different gameplays, so feel free to check those out as well. But anyway, that's all for video. I hope you all enjoyed. None of that. Take it easy, man. Peace.